Hello, and welcome to another video. This video will be covering concentration and fury. So what you'll be seeing on screen is our implants on the top left. So we're taking Valorous Call, cooldown reduction, and damage increase, which is Berserk and Frenzy. And then we're also taking the 10% damage after using a Rage Spender. And then going into our stats, we're going pretty much the same as every other melee in the game, or any character that uses white damage, except for obviously the alacrity boosted classes like Carnage. So what we'll be going is 4 alacrity pieces, so that means enhancements or left hand side like an earpiece. Those things are interchangeable, so just use whatever you've got. And then we'll run 2 accuracy. And then the rest will be critical, and what I mean by rest is critical is the rest of the enhancements plus the augments will be critical. And then going into our talents, everything marked red, I don't recommend. Anything that's not marked is viable for whatever you might be doing at the time. And then what I'm taking is pretty much what I would recommend, though sometimes I would recommend the percent heal way more than Brazen, though Brazen is just generally decent. If you don't have a healer on your team or you're playing like solo, the percent heal can sometimes come in clutch, especially if your APM is pretty good. Chances are you'll get a lot of healing out of it. And also do remember you can burn your rage as your install for any way to reset to get some heals back at least. And that's one thing that you can have in case you're going to die to dots, because I've had it save me sometimes like that. Then going into our tactical, I would recommend Enraged Crush if you're going to go AoE, and if you're going single target, Cauterize Coronary. I didn't put both tacticals here because I didn't want to have it too messy. Obviously, if you're going to do AoE, I'd recommend Sentinel. I'll get to that later. And then you read here, main PV loop sub 30 VT over a slash. Probably like, what in the world does that mean? Well, to put it simple, this is your infinite rotation, basically. There's no other way I can really put that. So this first thing that you're seeing here doesn't have a battering assault, and the one on the right has a battering assault. So why is that? Well, if you're using Bloodthirst, you're going to be taking the percent heal, so you can get Rage from Bloodthirst, and then you can completely skip the first battering assault because you'll have enough Rage to finish this rotation. And this will just keep looping over and over and over. Every time you batter an assault, the rotation is reset, and you do it all over again. Now on the right hand side, if you're not using that talent, or you're just not using Bloodthirst, this is what you'll do. I highly recommend learning this one. Get used to it, learn it by muscle memory. This will be incredibly helpful, and it's something that you should 100% learn. I understand that people want rotations like explained or just put out in front of them, so maybe they just put their bars in order or something like that. Everything in me like argues against that, but I'm not going to argue against that. I'm just going to show you. You do what you will with it. This is as simple as and as precise as I can make it for you guys, so you guys can just get it, use it, try it. Feels good, keep doing it. Great, build muscle memory. You're good to go. However, in PvP, it's not always going to be like this. Sometimes you're going to get knocked out of your rotation. You got to learn how to get back into the rotation, so that muscle memory will come in handy. So do try that, maybe like parse every now and then. That'd be really good. But also at the same time, when it comes to burst matches where people are just dying left and right super fast, your main damage after popping Berserk, so you're like a leap Berserk, focus burst / raging burst, interference strike, concentrated slice, obliterate into, was it Zilius something, and then blade storm / force scream. That would be your main 4 core abilities that do damage, and then you can like fill whatever else after that and just kind of flow back into your rotation. But basically you just use whatever high damage ability you've got if people are just dying too fast. But if you're able to parse at any time, definitely get into this rotation. It's very easy to work your way back into it and reset yourself too. I understand that in the other ones I didn't put enough emphasis on the rotation, so I am doing it here. Hopefully this helps. If you guys have any question about the rotation or anything like that, I can explain it better. I did make a rotational guide for the old version of Fury. This is currently reverting back to the old ways of Fury now, compared to before. We had some like cheese stuff, and we don't have that cheese stuff anymore, so we're using our original rotation that we've been using for, so what, 2 or 3 expansions or even more? It's been a while. So we're going to go into game here in just a second. Alright, here we are. First thing I want to show you guys, there is a difference between Sentinel and Marauder, and that difference is AoE Raging Burst. On Marauder, well, as Marauder, you got scuffed, like really bad. Your AoE radius with this ability, or I guess AoE Raging Burst talent, is terrible. But if you were to go Sentinel and take the same talent, it's doubled. So if you want, for whatever reason, to play in Rage Crush and AoE Raging Burst, I highly recommend just roll Sentinel, don't play Marauder. Eventually they'll probably get fixed, and I really think that Sentinel's AoE radius is not that busted at all. It's like really not that great either, but you know, it's not bad, right? It's just, you know, an option for AoE. I think Marauder's version should just get deleted and, or, you know, not deleted, but I guess doubled to be just the same as Sentinel. So there's already one reason to go Sentinel over Marauder right now because of that. And then there's also another thing currently happening, is that if you mad dash and then immediately leap, the mad dash damage will travel, taking mad dash, it'll travel to the target. So I mad dash here and then I leap, we got 2 different hit spots there. So one was leap and the other one was mad dash. So that's another thing that's going on with Marauder / Sentinel. And pretty much the last thing that I'll add here is that you can get 2 stacks of your leap. So we're watching here, we're at 1, we get 2, and then we're going to go back to Gravity Vortex. So anytime you're in a war zone where you can swap your talents, you can do this. So I'll get 2 stacks here, and then I'll swap back. You've been able to do this since last expansion. So I don't know when, if ever, they'll fix this, but that's something you can do. Then that pretty much covers it. If you guys have any questions about Fury or concentration, rotation, but whatever it is, feel free to ask. If you're interested in defensive management and how to use your defensives, I have a video completely dedicated to that, and I also have guides for many other important things for PvP. I'll link them all in the description, so feel free to check that out. I also stream occasionally on my Twitch, which will also be in the description. But yeah, pretty much I think I covered everything that I wanted to. If you guys have any questions, please do ask. I am more than happy to help.